after cancelling him out against Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pine and Chris Evans. Fans are assuming he might lean more towards the right and could potentially be a Donald Trump supporter because of his lack of political engagement online. Dissimilar to some of his Hollywood counterparts, Chris Pratt keeps a pretty low profile on discussing politics, which has made Twitter users theorise that he could be a closeted Republican.
A closeted Republican? I'm breaking my Jurassic World DVD the second I end this stream.
The theory started because he was raised in a conservative religious family.
What? A conservative religious family?
In Minnesota and enjoys hunting.
What?
Haley wrote, "You know what I didn't think I was going to learn today? That Chris Pratt is actively a Trump supporter and a homophobe. Ooh." And Candy wrote, "Celebrities standing up for Chris Pratt so adamantly, but never actually denying that he's a Trump."
Thank you, Candy, Twitter user. This sounds like a real person. Hey, cite your material. Make sure you cite where this came from. No problem. Candy from Twitter. Sounds good to me.
Trumpy or homophobic is hilarious. He had a few big names to defend him, including two of his Marvel friends. Mark Ruffalo wrote, "You all, Chris Pratt is as solid a man there is. I know him personally, and instead of casting aspersions, look at how he lives his life. He is just not overtly political as a rule." Robert Downey Jr. backed it up with, "What a world. The sinless are casting stones at my brother Chris Pratt. A real Christian who lives by principle, has never demonstrated anything but positivity and gratitude. If you take issue with Chris, I've got a novel idea. Delete your social media accounts, sit with your own defects of character, work on them, then celebrate your humanness." Chris is...
Yeah, whatever, Robert and Mark. But what about Candy? What about Candy from Twitter? What about Candy from Twitter? That's what I care about. What have you done, Robert Downey Jr.? What have you done? Huh? You don't even know. Candy is Candy is whose opinion matters. Mark
is married to Katherine Schwarzenegger, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Maria Shriver's daughter, and is related to the famous Kennedy family. She was quick to shut down any backlash of her husband. Is this really what we need? There's so much going on in the world and people struggling in so many ways. Being mean is so yesterday. There's enough room to love all these guys. And last year, Ellen Page called Chris Pratt's church infamously anti-LGBTQ in a tweet, with Chris Pratt responding saying nothing could be further from the truth.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. So this is a thing. Twitter, we all know that Twitter just needs to be mad at somebody, or someone needs to be mad at something. This is more of that political diatribe that we talk about and we refute and we adamantly try and destroy. The idea that if you are not with me, you are against me, right? If you are not my political party, if you are not my beliefs, then you are against me. You are a threat to me. That is something that's happened like in the last couple of years and is the worst. It is the worst way to think and the worst way to live your life and to be a part of a community. Society doesn't exist like that. Society does not work if people believe what I believe is right, what you believe is wrong. That cannot be the foundations of a society. What a society should be is, we talked about this before with the LGBTQ, whatever letters. I support gay marriage and all that stuff. Doesn't matter to me. Live your life. Do what you want to do. It doesn't matter to me at all. But whenever you hear people who are like, well, you're transphobic if you wouldn't date a trans person. It's like, well, wait, hold on a second. Like, wait. What? Like, what do you mean? I can't just support. Why do you have to instill your beliefs on me in order for me to believe a certain way? So Chris Pratt not openly, talking about or being a part of or doing all that stuff, that him not doing that and not overtly being a part of that is basically him, to them, is basically him denouncing everything, which is insane, which is absolutely shocking. People, I mean, this is the echo chamber. You know what I mean? Like, this is something that isn't in real life. People don't actually believe this. These are all Twitter users like Candy. This is Twitter users like whoever. That, you know, it really doesn't matter. This is not real life at all. So I would hasten all of you to just push this to the side and not even worry about this. But what I will say is, if you do think like this, or if you know someone who thinks like this, it might be a good time to kind of reevaluate your priorities or their priorities, or challenge them to kind of reevaluate how they look. It's amazing when you hear people who want equality, who want less hate, but the way they go about it is usually spouting with the most hate. And you know, they want equality, but they are dividing the country as fast as possible. Let me go ahead and check. Closeted Republican? Yeah, exactly. It's like a closeted Republican. You know, like, even if he was, it's just so crazy. It's crazy to think that, like, being a closeted Republican, like hiding it, you know, like, hey guys, we found him out. He's a closeted Republican. It's like, who gives a shit? Who cares? You know, like, what? Who cares? I think this guy's a closeted Catholic. It's like, well, I mean, what does it matter? You know, like, what does it matter if he's closeted, or if he's outward with it, or if he is or isn't? You know, it's just stupid. It really is stupid. This is where you remove policy and you make it about something else. You make it about red versus blue, Republican versus Democrat, and you eliminate policy. You eliminate what people actually believe in. You know, it's actually quite sad. Hate to see it, but I couldn't be less surprised.